Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this video I've been looking forward to. It's another gadget video. So without further ado, let's get into this right now. Alright, so today we have the Waltech Smart Thermostat Vision 2.0. If you've been following our channel for any amount of time, that you know that we like our Waltech 1.0 Smart Thermostat. So they were nice enough to send us the 2.0 version, which adds a lot more capabilities. We're excited to check it out. So first off, let's unbox it. So we've got the new unit right here. It's got the plastic wrap on it. All the connectors in the back. We've got the mounting bracket so you can get your screws right. And then instead of including an instruction manual with all the different RV ACs out there, they've made all that information available on their website. So the reference is here. They also have a 1-800 number that you can contact through them, or you can also message them on Facebook as well. So let's see what else is in the box. Alright, we've got our wire connectors, and looks like there is a jump wire in there, so we'll take a look at that. And the all-important mounting screws. Alright, just a quick note, I'm not going to show you all how to wire this because everybody's wiring for their AC is going to be different. So just refer back to the website, and then I'll show you when I've got all mine done what it looks like. Alright, so here's a safety tip that I learned from the last install, is make sure that you cut your power to your 12-volt system for the thermostat. Because last time I blew the fuse. I don't intend to do that this time. Alright, so what I did now is I went ahead, I got it all wired up, and I have the template here, so I know where I'm going to put my screws. So that way it lines up on the mounting bracket, and it'll go right there. Alright, so I've got the mounting screws in place. Now I'm going to hook up the thermostat, and we're going to see if everything works. Turning on. Alright, so looks like we are going to select what we have. And I have the Coleman Air Excel Home Thermostat. So we're going to do that one. Alright, so Coleman, hit finish. Heat 1, furnace. Heat 2, furnace. Submit. Alright, so the unit is running. Now I've just got to do some research and find out how to program it. Alright, so I've still got to set up the app and everything, but just to do the touchscreen controls, now that it's initiated, you can do climate control, set your temperature, okay? Then you go to control, you can do cool, heat, furnace, so it's hot in here, so I'm going to do cool. And it's on auto. And now, if you heard that, our AC is now running. So the unit itself works fine. Now I've just got to dial it in, get the Wi-Fi hooked up, and the app set up, and we'll go from there. But very simple, very easy to use right now. Alright, so I'm still diving into this, but just real quick, how you connect your system to the internet. I don't know if you saw that. Pull down just like you would on your phone, press and hold your Wi-Fi indicator, and then it's going to scan for known networks. And then you'll just go through, pick your network, you'll put in your password just like you normally would, and then boom, you're connected to Wi-Fi. That gives the unit internet access to where you can control it with the app. So now I've got to sync my app to my unit so that I can control it again with my phone. So, but real quick, settings, you can go in, you can adjust the calibration of your temperature sensor. You can set your humidity range, and you can do factory resets and all that. So, like I said, I'm going to delve into the manual, find out exactly what I need to do to sync this to my app, since my old unit is on the app and not the new one. Alright guys, so we've had the unit now for several weeks, and we just recently came off a camping trip where we got to camp with it and see how it functioned. Unit functions great, but there is a little bit of tweaking that you're probably going to have to do. And when I say tweaking, what I'm talking about is the temperature differential. And that's one thing that Waltech knows about, but they've implemented is the ability to offset the temperature off the thermostat to match what your temperature is in your rig. So when you realize there's a difference in your temperature, what you want to do is do a calibration. So you're going to go to the settings button, and then you're going to manually adjust up and down what you want to do. Now right now we're at 5 degrees difference, and that will probably change based on a couple different factors. You know, we have a small rig, 1 AC unit, so we found out what the differential was. We changed it. After we changed it, we hadn't had any trouble with it for the whole camping trip, so that was great. One thing that changed while we had the unit is they've been able to unlock more options within the unit and change the way the touchscreen looks. The smart features now, what you can use is you can use a smart plug. Currently they only have a partnership with Shelly smart devices, but Shelly is also available on Amazon. We haven't been able to get one of their smart plugs yet to test it out, but when we do, we will definitely let you know how it works. Shelly offers traditional smart plugs where you just plug and play right into the outlet, but they also offer smart relays. So with a smart relay, you can actually wire that into your wiring, your electric wiring, and control devices that, you know, aren't on a switch per se. And Shelly right now is the only provider of Bluetooth plugs, smart plugs, and relays that will work with the system. They are expanding as they go. This is all a new update that they just released. Now, as of right now, you can't control the smart plugs with your app, but once they integrate the new version of the app and put that stuff in there, you will have options. Now, when they do the app, then more than likely there's going to become a monthly charge to use the app to control your smart plugs. So that's up to you whether or not you'd want to do something like that. I think just the ability to control from your touchpad your smart devices. Say for example you want to put out your outdoor lights, you know, and you're going to hook a smart plug to that. That way, bad weather, whatever, maybe you've had a few cocktails, you know, now it's quiet time, you want to kill your lights, you don't want to stumble down the stairs and possibly hurt yourself, you can just go over, go to the touchscreen, turn your outside lights off from inside. So that is definitely a plus. The other thing that they've added with the Bluetooth is they have a gateway into the Mopica propane tank sensors. So if you have those now, you can get those right in to display right on your touchscreen display. I don't have one right now, but when I do, again, I will hook it up and show you how it works on the screen. Alright, so let's just take a look at the screen right now. So, in order to control your temperature, it's very simple. You just touch the thing, touch the icon for the temperature, and you can adjust it just by moving your finger. That way, it's just simple. Now, this one's for your smart plugs. This one's for humidity and temperature sensors, like maybe you have one that you want to put in your refrigerator. Well, again, you can see it all from right here on this screen. We talked about the tank sensors. Those are going to be right there. And then they also have an automatic generator start feature. So we don't have a built-in generator. I can't talk about the wiring and all sorts of stuff like that, but you can always reach out to the great people at Waltech and they will walk you through it. I've also been told that this system has the ability to read different sensors like your freshwater tank, your black tank, your gray tank. When you have the sensor that is compatible with the system, you put it on your tank, and that way you have a more reliable reading. And again, it's all on one screen. All right, so let's take a look at the app now. So the app is a little bit different from the first version that they had, but it's got some nice features built into it. So first off, it's going to give you the weather where you are. So in case you're not looking at your weather app and you just want to control the temperature, you can go in and check your weather right off the app and adjust your temperature accordingly. So we're going to go into our thermostat, and then as you can see right there, you can control the temperature up and down just by swiping up and down. If you hit the control button, you can do the same thing, set your target temperature on the side, but it's also going to give you information like what's the current room temperature, what's the current humidity that's in the rig. And then one thing that you can do is you can schedule it, and this is very beneficial if you're, say, paying for monthly electric. So the Waltech thermostat is going to go through and run the scheduled programming. So when you're not in the rig and maybe your pet's not there, you can have the temperature set where it's a little bit too hot or a little bit too cold for what you would normally like, but it's more energy efficient that way and you're saving money. All right, so what else? The other things that we're looking at, this feature we've always liked because it was built into the first one and they've carried it over the second one, is the pet monitoring. If you have the parameters set, you're going to get a notification, hey, the rig's getting too hot, and then it'll allow you to turn the air conditioner on remotely. You want to make sure your fur babies are properly taken care of. We talked about this for a little bit. If you're in a monthly site and you're paying your electricity, they have a feature called HVAC cost tracker. So what it'll do is it'll tell you the usage that you're using, and that way you can compare it to maybe what the park is trying to charge you. And then the other thing I like that they've integrated into the app this time is it's Google Maps, but it's Google Maps with the GPS position of your rig. So when I go into that, it'll say, do you want to launch the map for this location? And it opens it up. It has a pinpoint of when the last GPS location was for us. This was out at the Vineyards in Grapevine, Texas. All right, guys, let's just do a quick wrap up. We really liked the thermostat. We liked version 1. Version 2 with the smart features integrated into it. That's going to open up a whole other realm of possibilities for us. What are the big differences? Well, obviously, this is a touchscreen where version 1 was buttons. So the functionality of the unit from version 1 to version 2, you pretty much have everything you need from version 1. Version 2 offers you so many different options with being able to control Bluetooth devices from right here inside the rig. The addition of the smart features is phenomenal. Being able to control your smart plugs, add in smart relays, read your tank sensors from the control pad, that's great. We really like it. We like the fact that we can always do the pet monitoring, set up the features, get alerts when something's not right. We can monitor the humidity in the rig. We can monitor our 12-volt system if it takes a dip. Things like that. All of that is built into the unit. It's extremely easy to install and extremely user-friendly as far as the interface. So much easier as far as just hooking up to the internet. I can't say enough for the fact of its ease of use, the fact that Rhonda, who had never used the system, was able to use it without waking me up, which I really enjoyed. We're looking forward to see what Waltech does in the future by adding on new features, being able to control different smart functions for your rig. There's endless possibilities. If you have any questions, please reach out to the guys at Waltech. They would love to hear from you, answer your questions. They're great guys. We've had nothing but great experiences with them. And we definitely recommend this, and we hope you enjoyed the video. For Ron and myself, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you out there.